Hello everyone, my name's Zelda Moon.
And Bepa.
We are going to talk about, and then watch, and then talk about some more
Game of Thrones.
Season 8, Episode 1.
Yes.
Tell me, Sari, what is your experience with Game of Thrones?
Well, I've watched all of the seasons and I love them. And then I watch Game of Thrones recaps, and then I watch some cracked recaps. And I must admit there was a time when I went into a little bit of a nerd hole of like theories based on the books and the generations previous to the Targaryens and the Mad King and the history and the whatever. So like, while I'm not as nerdy as maybe some people are, or as knowledgeable, and I do fear terribly forgetting the names of important characters because there are so freaking many. But yeah, I love it a lot, and I'm very, very excited for this final season.
Me too. I haven't read the books. I have them on my shelf, taunting me every single day.
Yeah, I read a bit of the second book, but I didn't read the whole thing, I must admit.
Yeah, I read the first half of the first book, and I don't know why I didn't continue on.
Actually, unbelievably more creepy sex in the books than in the TV show. And there seems like a lot of sex scenes in the TV show, but
I mean, there can always be more. But I feel as if I have read so many wiki articles that I have read the books 4 times, actually. Like, I feel like I know so much about what happens in the books, I really should just friggin' read the book.
It's one of those things where the fandom is that intense that there are so many theories and so many people out there discussing what they know or understand based on the books. Exactly, we're just adding. There can always be more.
So I mean, I've watched the series many, many times. I'm very excited for this. I've been waiting for it since August of 2017.
I know, it's been a long ass wait.
Which is crazy.
That is for sure. Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen?
I am excited to see who Arya is going to kill next. That's pretty high on my list, I gotta say. I'm intrigued to see what is going to happen with the whole Jaime walking out on Cersei and how that will play out, because one of the recent videos that I was looking at in the recaps to kind of refresh myself was kind of exploring that idea about why did she let him just leave like that when she had the mountain right there, and like, you know, obviously they have a crazy kind of love for each other, but I mean, that seemed really risky. So I'm really intrigued about that. I'm intrigued about how creepy and awkward / gross it's going to be when Jon Snow and Dany understand their relationship. So I don't know. I don't really have super strong predictions really as yet. I'm just really excited to see what happens.
Yeah. I think as well with the Cersei and Jaime thing is that she's not only like, she's just letting him live, but he carries with him every inch of insider knowledge.
That's true.
That, you know,
that's the thing
behind her.
And it's kind of like why maybe she let him live, but also why she shouldn't. Like, it's the kind of both things there. It's really strange.
So I think that from a strategy point of view, it's really interesting that she just let every dark secret she's ever had
just walk out the north.
Having said that, I don't think, even if Jaime, like, obviously he's come around because he's going to fight the war, but I don't, like, he's not there to join their side necessarily.
Yeah, and it is possible that he doesn't reveal her secrets.
Yeah. But I mean, they've already got Tyrion, so...
Yeah, true.
You know, they've already got that inside.
He knows a lot, yeah, that's right.
I'm very excited. As we were just saying before off camera, last night I watched a few episodes, and Jaime saying that if the White Walkers win, they'll come south and kill you, and if Daenerys and co win, then they'll come south and kill you. So it's like...
So what is the purpose of just not helping them?
Yeah. Like, yes, she's buying time to go and bring over the Golden Company or whatever, but like... Yeah. I mean, Daenerys is...
It seems futile. It seems kind of pointless.
It's like a
But it also, it seems like they're just setting up that the character of Cersei is just operating out of kind of pure spite and recklessness now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
almost everything that she cares about is gone.
Mm.
And, you know, she's just
Yeah.
been like walking around on her big world map in her badass
love
dresses.
it.
It's like, yes, I will smite you all kind of thing. You know, like, so it's sort of in character for her to just be like, you can't make me care about these people.
Yeah.
I don't care about anything, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what's so amazing about Cersei as well, I gotta say. She's like the ultimate villain. I love her.
Oh, yes. It's funny, I was thinking today about like, I wonder who will be in like the first episode, if we'll get a touch base with everyone or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there are just no characters in this show that I would be upset to see screen time of.
No.
You know, like other shows I'm like, I've had enough of blah blah, or I don't
Yeah,
really care about that storyline.
is not...
It's like
yeah.
every storyline I'm invested in.
Yeah.
And just like anything.
It's gonna be so good.
Alright, well, we're going to watch the show now. We might insert a few little clips if anything dramatic happens.
If.
And, yeah, let's do it.
Let's. Oh my god, I'm so freaking excited.
So when I got to work today, I was like, how am I going to get through this?
Because it was actually released at night, was it?
Well, it came out
Sunday night.
No, it came out 11 o'clock this morning.
Oh.
Like 11 a.m.
Oh.
I had a lady come in today who she like needed to like update her foundation, and she was like, well, I probably need to go a lighter colour because winter's coming, and I was like,
and you're like, winter is coming.
and then when I sat her down and I was like starting to do her makeup, I was like, so
So do you watch Game of Thrones?
when you said winter was coming, it just made me think of Game of Thrones. Do you watch it? And she was like,
and then you were in your own Where Are My Dragons?
Yeah. Oh my god, too real. And she was like, oh, I didn't really watch it. My boyfriend at the time, like a few years ago, had like actual ADHD. And when we would try to watch it together, he'd just like talk to me the whole time and like tell me what was happening.
Oh no, that's fucked
But then
up.
he'd be telling
Break
me
up
the
with
wrong
him.
information.
Yeah. So they're no longer together, obviously.
No.
That's
and I was like, yeah, you can't watch this show like that.
No. Infuriating. You'd just be constantly pausing like, okay, finish your sentence. Alright, can we now? Can we? Do you mind? Fuck.
That's what I think every time.
Yeah, that's true. That's probably like the first thing you got to decide about HBO.
Broken wall.
Yeah. Papa.
Oh my god, get on.
Get on. Yes! Episode
God.
1, oh my god.
I don't know how to ride a dragon.
Nobody does until they ride a dragon.
What if he doesn't want me to?
Oh my god.
Then I've
Shut
enjoyed your
up,
company,
Jon
Jon Snow.
Get on it.
Oh my god, yes!
What do I hold on to?
Whatever you can.
So exciting. God, I have to get it done. I can't take the pressure.
Oh my god, me too.
God, oh my god.
Were you hiding from me? Of course not.
A little bit.
What are you doing in Winterfell? And did you read every book in the Citadel already?
He's so good.
You've got blue eyes! I've always had blue eyes! We're on foot.
We rode down
What
from
is that
Castle
bitch
Black.
with legs?
To double up on the horses.
If the horses last,
Ah!
get there before the den.
Get
Just
away!
have to hope the Night King doesn't
Step
come
God. Jesus. Oh, not nice. Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus.
That King loves a good spiral.
It does, doesn't
Play
it?
spiral, right? That time you pushed me out a window?
Yeah.
No!
More! Oh, shitting. That was a great episode.
Alright, what do you
compose
think?
yourself.
What are your thoughts?
Oh, that was
my
great.
God.
I feel like we got more than I actually expected in terms of progression of the storyline.
Well,
Like, yeah, I did not expect for it to be revealed to Jon Snow that he was the ice and fire whole prophecy thing in the first fucking episode. I did not see that coming. I thought they would draw it out a bit, but I guess I wasn't thinking about how they're all there at Winterfell. That was wild.
5 more episodes. Good God.
Yeah.
I thought, I don't know, I kind of couldn't, no, it makes sense that there wasn't in this one, but I wonder if the battle will be in the next one, or if there'll be more set up.
I think there'll be more set up, probably. I reckon they'll save it a little bit.
Because, I mean, yeah, it's just interesting, because, like...
Because Jaime's just arrived now.
Yeah. So then he'll tell everyone that no one else is coming.
Yeah, he'll be like, hi, it's just me. This
just
whole
me.
Lannister army situation. Look,
is.
thing is about my sister, right? Yeah, she hates y'all. Like a lot.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting conversation.
Oh, and I guess Theon's got to get there as well. He'll be the last to arrive.
Theon! Oh my god.
Bless.
Oh, Theon. Can't believe he even just did something good for once in his fucking life. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's been such a long journey of awfulness for him. Like, oh god. That last bit when he jumped ship, just like, that was so crushing, you know?
Yeah.
So it was kind of amazing. I did not expect him, to be honest,
To
ever come back from that. I just thought that was just like, I will crawl in a hole now.
Yeah.
I am Rick.
Yeah.
Forever I'll be Rick. Nobody look at me. Like, because... Fucking hell.
Yeah.
That's full on. Oh my god. It's really nice to see Arya with her family again.
Yeah.
And still wisecracking with the Hound, like, hey, fuck you, fuck you too, cool,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. I wonder what that little design was. It kind of looked like a blade that kind of came out of the...
Yes, it looked like something with a detachable part with dragon glass or something, so that... But not quite a crossbow or a bow and arrow thing, but also not quite a sword.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, do you think something's going to happen with her and Gendry, romance-wise?
Yeah, I think they're a good fit and like have a cute history.
Yeah, they do have a cute history. But now that I see him in this current season, I'm like, he looks like a man now, and she just still looks like a vengeful little child. It's just a bit hard. Like, I mean, I guess they can't predict, the casting people can't be like, this one may not grow very much. And Sansa's really tall and really just like, yes, I'm the Lady of Winterfell, you know, that's all very, like, she's really carrying that really well.
Yeah.
And Arya is amazing. Like, I love her character, but I'm really she's noticing now. Like, you are just a little tiny little thing, aren't you?
Yeah. I think Sansa again had such a rough story, but now she's really like,
I'm liking her more and more.
Yeah.
She's another one, like, she sort of started out like just a little brat girl, you know, like, oh, can't I marry him? He's so cute. And it was God, you are going to rue the day, my God. Yeah. And she rued it for so long, and it was so fucking brutal and awful, all the stuff she went through, and now she's, like, hardened, you know, in actually a really cool way.
Yeah. And I liked in this episode that all of those reunions and conversations were so straightforward.
Yeah, and they downplayed it. They didn't, like, amp up the mushiness or anything. Just like, all right, let's get down to business kind of thing.
Yeah. And in season 7, I didn't like the suspense of like, oh, are Arya and Sansa
enemies
against each
or
other?
something? Yeah,
when clearly they were actually just like plotting against Littlefinger the whole time. I was like, if they're plotting against him, just show me them plotting against him.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that
I
was
like
annoying.
that there wasn't any, you know, like trickiness with those.
Yeah, it's like,
just
no, they're family. They're family, and they recognise that they're all the Starks. They're gonna come together, and they have a common enemy. But that scene was amazing when they took down.
That was kind of worth it.
So sweet. Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed the little dragon ride.
Yes, that was so fun.
Because he will have to learn how to ride the dragon to.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
I guess.
He'll ride the dragon in battle.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what is he going to do now with his little budding romance situation and knowing that he actually is the rightful king? Because, like, Khaleesi has been so on that whole thing. Like, I'm on this whole fucking mission. I'm gathering an army, I'm freeing the slaves, I've got 15 different titles. I am going to sit on that throne. And now it's going to be like, well, the thing is, there's only one throne, and I mean, you know. Oh!
And,
amazing.
I don't think that she would bend the knee on that technicality and just be like, oh, it was you all along? Sure, well then it's yours.
No.
Like...
I don't think so. And I think they are actually setting it up a little bit to be like, you know, the whole thing about it being ice and fire and her basically being fire and fire, right? Like she is directly from that line of Targaryen who, as like Regal and whatnot, they also were like big into the marrying your sister type deal. Hence a little bit crazy in the coconut. And she does have that tendency, right? It's already, there've been a few instances that have been trying to lead us towards this idea like she could go crazy with power. That is possible, you know, like, and she has been through some stuff, but also it's potentially, you know, in her blood, in her destiny, that she will not, like, give way or kind of compromise in some situations, you know, and she is the, you know, like, her brother was crazy like that, you know, and you can kind of see how that happened, and because she's been more of her life on her own, really, as in, like, she, you know, she had that moment with Khal Drogo and they were a partnership that seemed like a real partnership towards the end of season 1. You know, she really loved him, they were in this thing together kind of thing, but that was ages ago, and she's for a long time just been like, listen, I do what the fuck I want. Everyone has to listen to me. Have you seen my dragons? Don't like mess with me. This is not a conversation. This is, I'm telling you, I'm taking the stuff, get out of my way, you know, like,
even if Jon is technically should be head honcho, he doesn't have dragons, and they're not just
he doesn't have that giant army of the Unsullied,
like,
but there is some connection, like that they're showing us that there's some, like, that the dragons actually do recognise Jon Snow in a way that they do not recognise other humans, right?
I don't think anyone else has even touched them.
No.
No.
And from the get-go there was that. Like, when he first met her and the dragons, there was a bit of that moment where it was like, oh, okay. Not that he wasn't scared, but that you saw something in the
one
dragons.
Of them on the island back in season 7.
Exactly. But she won't like that. She will not take kindly to that.
No. I wonder if he will tell her before the battle.
I don't know if he will. I think he might do this whole, like, it's just more important that we just win this thing first. And then later, then we'll be like, oh, now that we've defeated or I don't even know how they're gonna do that. Like, is their plan Do you think their plan is actually to try and actually defeat the White Walkers? They want to try and kill the... What is he? Night King?
The Night King, because I mean if
they kill the Night King, everyone else will collapse? Is that how it works?
Because
Domino
if a White
collapse?
Walker, well, at least what it presents as, is if the White Walker dies, everyone that he's risen dies.
All of his, like,
so if you kill the
drag
Night
babies
King, who
just
made
die.
all of the White Walkers, then surely domino effect. But I...
okay, yeah. Because otherwise it's just going to be a keep them at bay situation, right?
Yeah, and I
Because
mean...
previously when... It's like crazy when you hear Jon Snow saying, I've fought them twice. And you remember back those battles and how absolutely, like, crazily tense they were. Like that one where they were all on the island. And it's like, oh, we're kind of making some headway. And then just all of the slain get up again.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, run away forever.
That's
it
the
just
thing.
seems
It's
like
not
they're impossible to beat.
Yeah, it's not like they are like zombies from other universes where like stab it in the head or something and then it's done.
Yeah, no.
They just raise
it's like
them up
never
again.
ever done.
Yeah.
It's never done until the king is done.
Like at the end of that battle, I think it was
it's so
Hardhome.
awful.
Because all of the ones that they killed died,
just
rose
like
again.
moments
and
later.
then all of their team that died rose again.
Oh my god, it was so horrible.
Yeah.
Like the children
So it's
and
like-
stuff. And
yeah.
you're like, oh no, don't kill the children. And then it's like, oh god, kill the children, kill the children.
So it's like, they have to take down the walkers.
Which
more
they
than
really,
anything.
really need the dragons for, because
Yeah.
they can't just come in. Like there are so many of them.
Yes.
They have to be able to come in over the top somehow, get in.
Yeah.
So that it's really going to be about how are they going to defeat the dragon that has been turned.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Which I
then the
think is
king.
why, like, it will. I imagine it would need to be a team effort
Yeah.
between Daenerys and
So
Jon.
he won't
to,
probably say anything to her to upset her fragile ego. Like, do you know what I mean?
I
That's
just feel like
risky.
Jon, because everything is done is with the reality and priority of deal with the White Walkers.
Yes.
So I don't see why that would change now. And he's never
That's
wanted
right.
to be king. And like this whole episode was
Yeah.
about him giving that away
Yeah.
for
Like, I got
Daenerys.
my crown
So
all
like
the
just
time.
because
Yeah, that's
another
right.
technicality.
Yeah, that's right. He'll be like, thanks for letting me know and everything, but also
But-
we'll deal with that later.
Yeah.
Like, that's not important right now.
Yeah, and I just don't think that this showdown at Winterfell will be the event of the season. I feel like it's the first event and then there'll be another.
Yeah.
Whether it escalates from just
you're
whoever
right.
survives the
Yeah.
North versus Cersei. But I feel like it's just going to change again, whatever happens. Like, I feel like there'll be another big
But are they going to be
war.
able to defeat the White Walkers in one episode worth of battle? Like, that just seems crazy to me.
Yeah.
But I suppose if they can get the king, like if there's some kind of... That, it would have to be really strategic, wouldn't it?
Mm.
It can't be like a regular battle. It can't be like any kind of battle they've had before, because they've tried to do that before and it is just the most terrifying thing ever. Like, they can't win just by taking soldiers in on land, like, oh, here's all our Unsullied. Like, yeah, they're all going to die. Dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's not really going to do anything. It's basically sending them to be
To just...
killed.
Yeah.
And then turned into White Walkers. It's like, stressing me out.
Because even...
Yeah.
I mean, at least they've got the tools, like they've got all the dragon glass weapons to kill the walkers. So that is good.
Yes.
At least they're
They
equipped,
know.
and they know
they've
that
got the
now
plans
everything.
and they know what works.
Yeah. Like, I feel like even in that episode at Hardhome or whatever it was, they didn't quite realise yet that that's how, like, they kill them.
Yeah.
So at least they know how.
Yeah.
But...
Oh my god, it's so intense.
So you don't think next episode will be the battle?
I mean...
Because
I suppose it could.
Yeah. Because, like, they could have a... Because there's only a few more characters
I know,
to, like,
and the fact that it's
reconcile.
only a six
it's
episode
gotta-
season.
Mm.
And we did get a lot of story in this first episode, to be honest.
Yeah.
I
And I
suppose
think
it's possible.
it's... Yeah. But it's interesting as well, like, the Golden Company or whatever isn't really...
Yeah, what
like,
even
it's
is
a
that?
good
Who cares?
amount of numbers, but, like, the entirety of everyone else is still, like, there.
How many ships did Theon and the Greyjoy sister just nick off with? Was it just a few?
Yeah.
They just took like 3. We saw 3, I think, going in the other direction.
Yeah, I wonder if they took them or if that was just what Theon brought with him.
Oh, yeah, that would make more sense. So
'Cause,
it's really just he just rescued his sister. It wasn't that he took that army.
No,
So that
no.
the Greyjoy army, most of them are still there.
Still there, still under Euron's rule.
He's such a creep.
Because, I mean, the numbers that Yara and Theon had were decimated by Euron when she got taken prisoner. It was a shame that they didn't... well, I guess because it was on a boat and not in King's Landing. But the Sand Woman is still in the cell watching her daughter decay in front of her.
Oh my god, true.
Yeah, I
she
wonder
is.
if they'll ever rescue her at some point.
She's in King's Landing still in that cell.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten about her.
Yeah.
That
Remember?
was
And she's
so brutal.
Yeah, and she's chained there.
Yeah.
Watches
like,
her
you
like
can just
dying of
watch her
poison,
die
and she's
slowly
like, "You'll
for
be alive
ages.
forever, like until you die." That's when.
She does have a really great sense of poetic justice, Cersei. You've
Yeah.
got to give her that as a character. Like, there are a number of people, and that nun woman who she... Oh my god.
Yeah, maybe she's still in the chamber down there.
Oh, just getting like routinely raped by the mountain, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my god, she's like so psychotic. It's incredible. Like, yeah. I feel like she should cut her hair a little bit shorter. I feel like it's getting a little bit.
It is.
A little bit of a mullet.
It is. It's that awkward growing out stage.
Yeah,
you know,
I feel
she
like
just
my mum
sees
had
it
that
through.
haircut in the 80s. You know, I just don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it. You gotta keep it short. What was she? Baby. What are they called? Baby Mia Farrow? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. I guess it's kind of a good pairing in a way, her and Euron Greyjoy, because they're just terrible. They're both just terrible.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh yeah, you're gross, you're fucking gross also. Cool.
But I think that,
But it's
again, she will just knock him out the second she doesn't need him anymore.
Yeah, totally.
Which he, I don't think, quite realises.
No, he's naive. He's weirdly naive.
Yeah.
Like, he's just like a bit, it's sort of like I think he wants to still be kind of intimidating and cocky in a scary kind of way, but he's also still got a bit of like goofy puppy dog about him, which is just like, yeah, yes, you're very amusing for now and you've got a big ego and that's very funny and everything, but also, you know, like she'll just toss him. Yeah. Yeah, thank goodness.
I hope in the next episode we get a conversation between Jorah Mormont and the little Mormont ruler.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm sure she wouldn't be his biggest fan because he was exiled.
That's right.
She's
She's the
pretty-
little Mormont and she's so sassy.
Yeah, yeah.
Have they even, like, seen each other? Because he came with Khaleesi, right? So what?
They didn't have that interaction. I hope that happens.
That would be
That'd be
great.
good. Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Because she's always got some snappy dialogue.
So
Good. She is so good. Yeah. Oh, it's very exciting.
And I think a lot of the political issues in the north of like not wanting to like surrender to Daenerys' rule and stuff is important, but like it kind of doesn't matter once that army arrives. They're all going to be on the same side whether they like it or not. Like,
yeah, that's right.
and
It's kind of like they
just,
need
like,
to
sit out the battle. It's going to come to you eventually.
Yeah, that's right. You can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And it's like
she is the one with the most ammunition in terms of the Unsullied and the dragons.
Yeah.
It's just like, let's just get behind that because that is what needs to happen.
Yeah.
Even if you change your mind later. I guess it's partly because of in the world of Game of Thrones, it's like still medieval type of rule where bending the knee and pledging fealty to this or that and loyalty and allegiance is like a forever type of deal. It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So it's hard for them to think in terms of this is what we need to do right now and then later we can work out stuff later, because they're just thinking, no, every call we make about if we're bringing our banner to this thing or that thing or whatever, it means always.
Yeah.
So you can understand why that is tricky politically for them. But yeah, at the same time, it's like, we're all gonna fucking die. Like, look, come on.
Just,
like we can't, But, and probably a lot of them that they're gathering, they haven't seen the White Walkers, right? for real. They haven't actually seen them. So it's sort of theoretical a bit. Like, even if they're like, yeah, I believe you because lots of people are saying it and stuff, it won't have that same, like, actual visceral impact until it's like, but then when all these skeletons are running towards you at high speeds, it is no joke. Like, it's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
You know, because you got to, like, take that into account as well. I think that these guys, all these old men in the hall, like, oh, well, we remember that this guy did this 50 years ago, and your father was a real prick, or whatever. It's like, yeah, that's all true, but you're not really understanding what we're really dealing with here.
Yeah.
Because, I think that would really just change everybody's mind. But maybe that's kind of part of the developing storyline, that everyone will kind of just squabble around a bit in an annoying way until battle happens, and then it's like, okay, we don't have time to discuss it now. Yeah. Let's just go.
Yeah. And I think, just thinking about Jamie arriving is now we'll get a bit of Brienne, hopefully, as well, because she wasn't really, she was in the background a while.
Yeah, she didn't have any dialogue.
Have a moment.
Yeah.
That would be good too. I think they'll have a lot of, like, to do. Like, it'll be like...
Yes.
Because, I mean, Jamie knows now that Cersei is... Like, he's never going to go back to Cersei.
Yeah.
Surely.
Yeah.
I don't see
and
that
Jamie
happening.
and Brienne are... They've got a lot of history, and they're both very, very good fighters. Although, has Jamie actually been tested in terms of his fighting since losing his hand? I can't remember. Oh, he does that whole crazy running towards a dragon thing.
Yeah,
that was just like a suicide mission. That was just like...
And he was sent by Cersei to take over, where, oh my god, the Tully castle. You know, when, like, the Lannister army was at the front, and then he, like...
Oh, yeah.
Like, talking.
Yeah.
He didn't have his hand there, but we didn't really see that battle.
Yeah, it was more just like negotiating and threats. It didn't see it really happen. Yeah. So we don't know. But, like, historically, they're both... they're a really interesting pair because of their hugely complicated, I fucking hate you, oh no, maybe I have a lot of respect for you type of dynamic.
Yeah.
They've protected each other at various times. They've both saved each other's lives, and they're both really, really good fighters. Yeah. Which is cool. Like, that's an exciting storyline. Yeah.
I wish that Nymeria came with a wolf pack, but I feel like it's a little bit too fantasy. I don't think that will actually happen. That'd be so cool, though.
That would be very, very cool.
But I hope that we see Ghost again. Even just, like, run through a castle hall just to see that he's still alive. Because, I mean, he is, but...
Surely, right? Yeah. Is he the only one that's still alive, though? Wait.
Ghost and Nymeria.
Well, there were 5. Yeah, so Nymeria.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Just say it. But, you know, he's upgraded to a friggin' dragon now. What about Ghost?
Oh. Yeah, and it's such a lovely tie-in from the beginning. You know. Yeah. First episode. Yeah.
Very exciting.
It is.
And there's also, it was interesting that this was all reunions and setup. Yeah. No storylines were closed off in this episode. No. I wonder when things will start getting shut down. But the last few episodes apparently are really quite long.
Oh, really?
Like hour and a half kind of thing.
Movie link.
Yeah. Yes. So they got plenty of time to kind of wrap
that's good. Up. That's good to know. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it was interesting as well in this that Varys wasn't really like the champion of anyone. Like he's obviously there for Daenerys, but it wasn't like, I don't know, he seemed quite cynical about the entire situation. Yeah. Yeah, like those three, like when they...
Yeah, it's like he's sort of starting to mature a bit or something. He's sort of getting a bit like, well, we don't have that much influence, we might have all these plans, but whereas before he was always like, no, things happen the way I say they will, and my little birds, blah, blah, blah. Like he sort of a bit up himself in terms of his power and influence and being like, oh, I'm this guy that no one thinks is a big deal, but then actually stuff just goes in my favour, or, you know, like... It was like his attitude had changed a bit. And I think, maybe that's also part of the understanding that this is the final chapter, and they're against a greater enemy now.
Yeah, an enemy that can't be manipulated with.
Yeah, and it's not just
any,
sort
like
of... He's not so much about, like, who's going to get me more gold and more power and more whatever. He's sort of just like, okay, like, years have gone by, I'm fucking old, I've seen some shit, I need to not, you know, be quite so catty and whatever, actually... Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, and funny that all those guys are just like, oh, maybe they should get married. And it's like, yeah. I liked that. I did like that line about, like, respect is a way that the young keep distance from the old, so we don't remind them of an uncomfortable truth.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
I think that's probably true.
Unless you're an 18-year-old twink with a 48-year-old daddy.
Yeah, that's true. Then you stay nice.
That's the exception.
What about when that like woman that was having sex with Bron was like, oh, I like older men. He's like, no, the pox will get her within the year. Like, what?
Yeah. It's like, which one?
Which one? Wait, not the one that was on my dick. Oh, the other one.
Oh,
okay. Whew, it's fine. Oh, that was cutting.
I'm just thinking, were there any other good moments? I don't know. I'm very excited for next week.
Yeah, a lot of good moments, yeah. Cersei's looking good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm liking these, like, a chain with the loop and the, like, long thing down there. That's a look. That's a definite
very good.
look.
Yeah.
New look for the winter, perhaps? Yeah.
It's such a tricky thing, because doing a Game of Thrones, like, drag show, how are we ever meant to afford these, like, imitation costumes? They just all look shit.
You just go and buy a bunch of furs from IKEA and drape them over your shoulders and just, like, wear your normal black jeans. It's like, nah.
Like, this is it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it would be near impossible.
Just, unless you do, like...
And imagine how much time you spend just braiding your wigs, for fuck's sake.
I know.
This whole
the
up
whole
at the
thing,
back, around...
everything. Even I had a little braid.
I know.
I was like, I want to do that. That's cute.
So cute. Yeah, that's true. Their hair was all looking really good.
Yeah. But yeah, I think... It's good.
Yeah, I was very satisfied with that. Even though, like, when the actual end credits came out, I was like, no, so soon? You know, but also...
It was a lot
like,
of...
it was a lot of reunions. It was a lot of people that I had been waiting to see. And I feel like the plot is moving along nicely.
Yeah.
And it was a nice little ending cliffhanger thing there with Jamie just like, oh, here's me. Uh-oh, that fucking guy.
Yeah. And again,
and the three-eyed raven.
It was the big, like, one of the, like, fan issues of last season was, like, the time travel of, like, Gendry running back from that ice podium to Eastwatch, then the bird flying to Dragonstone, and then Daenerys flying north, all in, like, a night and a day. That turnaround was so quick. It's like how did what?
That? Yeah.
And now it's like, oh, there's people like swan into like Winterfell.
They're all just arriving.
And then, like, It's like the Night King is on a dragon. He could have been there in a few hours, according to season 7.
That's right. Yeah,
but
you fly on a dragon.
Whatever.
Yeah,
it's fine.
But he's very chill, isn't he, the Night King? He's just like hanging back. He's like making some spirals out of discarded limbs, and
he's like, I'll give him a warning.
Let's do a little design here. I'm thinking one child in the middle.
Yeah.
We'll make it all nice, flammable. So you know,
dust in
like
oil.
Spiral out. It's gonna look so nice. Like that was so scary, honestly. When he's just like turning around talking, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Turning around and talking with that thing behind you.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
And I love
I think the Night King's just doing some design stuff. Tormund.
Yeah.
Tormund's got blue eyes. I've always had blue eyes. He's great. He is great.
Because there was in like above the like north of the wall, there was an episode where like they were all like horse parts and
Yeah.
there's been like that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
recurring-
done that. Yeah.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Even in the
as-
very first episode when the guy discovers it's not a spiral, but it's like a
like a-
circle
yeah.
and a line type of
Yeah,
design.
yeah.
Very intentional design
Yeah,
of like
yeah.
severed limbs and torsos and
Yeah,
shit. Very gross.
because I wonder.
Yeah, they've got a definite aesthetic.
Yeah. I wonder if we will see any further like
Personality
intelligence
kind of
and
stuff.
sentience.
Yeah,
from
yeah.
them.
Like, what is the deal with the Night King? Actually?
Yeah, like-
does he have his own culture and
Yeah,
religion
yeah.
and ideas?
Because there was as well like that baby and like the little
Yeah.
podium and the transforming into the White Walker thing.
Yeah,
We just don't see much of that because they never say anything. They just scream hisses.
yeah, that's right.
But because I mean
And we
the
don't know, about their communication really,
Yeah,
but there
yeah.
is, they're hinting
stuff
that there
there.
is
Yeah.
some kind of cultural religion
Yeah,
thing going on.
yeah. Like I wonder if we will get a moment where they speak, or if
That would
they
be
can.
fascinating.
Like I wonder if he can even die. Like what if they
Yeah.
stab him and he just gets
Yeah, and
up?
it's just like, no, that's
Yeah.
not going to happen.
Yeah, maybe it'll melt. And they'll have to kill.
Because that's the thing. If they can't kill the Night King, then they have to just try and rebuild the wall.
Yeah.
They have to kill the dragon and
mm.
rebuild the wall,
Mm.
and then just be like, okay, we can't defeat you. You just stay there
Yeah,
for
yeah.
another few thousand years,
Yeah.
and we'll just stay here. Like that's the only other thing,
Mm,
right?
mm, mm,
Because
Because
If
that
you
is the
can't be
whole
defeated,
reason of
that's
the wall
the whole-
in the first place.
Yeah.
Like that's why it was built.
yeah,
Because I guess they couldn't. Be
but they were
defeated.
like they don't they say to people in the early seasons that the wall is to keep the wildlings out, but actually because they were all
Yeah,
telling
but-
people like the White Walkers, oh that's a myth, blah
Yeah,
blah
yeah,
blah,
yeah, 'cause that
or they
was so
used
long
to
ago.
be hundreds
Yeah.
of years ago.
Yeah.
But they obviously just
Um,
had retreated or were just like taking a little vacay for a bit.
Yeah. Well, I guess as
Building
well
up
they
their
have
numbers.
to wait and to build their numbers up, kill people and whatever. And
Yeah,
the army
little by
gets
little.
bigger.
Yeah, but it's pretty fucking big now.
Yeah.
So so it will be really interesting if we get some more info about the White Walkers and what their whole
Maybe
situation
a nice brand
is.
flashback. Just like because I mean we
Yeah,
saw
maybe
the
Bran will
origin
tell
of the
us.
Night King.
Yeah,
when the
we
little
did. Yeah,
leaf children.
yeah.
created
They're
him.
like little fairy
Um,
pixie guys, aren't
yeah.
they? Yeah.
But yeah, it would be interesting to see more. Yeah, and Melisandre. I wonder when she comes back and
Yeah.
what she's been doing in Essos.
Yeah. She's gonna be up to something. For
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, she's such a great character too.
Yeah, she is great. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Now we only have to wait another week. And then
Yeah.
we get another one.
Yeah, much easier than a year and a half.
Yes. Yes, that's
Just.
Oh, yes, that was a long wait. My God. Yeah. So good.
Alright, well,
Yes.
thanks for Spay Park.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah. Talk to us about your theories yourself in the comments below,
Yes, please.
and we'll see you next week.
Bye.